Run 3 is the third installment in the Run series of Flash games by Player 03. The gameplay consists of you running, like the title suggests, flipping gravity, and jumping on platforms. The gameplay was simple but effective and is remembered fondly for its fun levels and cool characters. However, it's been a decade since Run 3 came out, and it might not be as nostalgic as people remember it. So, today we're going to be answering the question, does Run 3 still hold up in 2025, or is it just another nostalgic memory from the past? Before we start talking about Run 3, we need to first talk about the other two predecessors that got us here. So first, we're going to be talking about Run 1 is the first game in the franchise released in August of 2008 by Player 03. The game is very bad. I don't like Run 1. I fucking hate it. Run 1 is basically like Run 3, but fucking horrible in every way possible. Okay, so let's go and talk about its major flaw, the wall flipping mechanics. Just imagine you're trying to speedrun this game, and then suddenly the game freezes when you're trying to flip gravity for like 5 seconds, and then it unfreezes after gravity finally flips. Why the f does it do that? The whole point of this game is supposed to be a fast adrenaline rush platforming game where you play as this alien as you jump and run, like the title suggests. Why are we having to slow down the gameplay in a fast-paced platforming game? That's like if Sonic added a slow down button. Sonic is all about being fast, not slow. This game is about being fast too. Having the wall flipping mechanic take 10 seconds to fucking work is annoying. What is the purpose of that? Why? That's so stupid. It defeats the entire purpose of the game even be considering a fast auto run. Run 1 fucking sucks. Run 1, you get a 4 out of 10. Player 03, what the f were you thinking when you made this first game? It is bad. It is horrendous. I hate this game. Now that we've talked about the first game, let's move on to Run 2, released on March 21st, 2011 to Congregate, a website I remember using a lot back in the day, but I don't think people even use it anymore. The gameplay is very similar to the first game, but we now have 2 characters instead of 1. We have traditional runner, and now we have the skater, who would once again make another appearance in Run 3. The skater plays very similar to runner, but their difference is that they're a lot faster, and they have roller skates. So that means it's a lot harder to time your jumps and be a lot more precise. I really like Skater. It's my favorite character. It provides a good challenge to the game, while also not being too difficult. Run 2 also added these bonus points, and I think bonus levels as well. I forgot. I haven't played Run 2 in so long, so I kind of forgot a lot about how it functioned. So, while Run 2 is a lot better than the first game, it doesn't really bring anything new to the table. It's not bad, but it's not anything A+ worthy. Like, it's not S rank worthy in like a tier list or anything. It's more like a C, so like a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. Actually, no, it'd be like a B in my opinion. It's not a bad sequel. It just doesn't bring much new to the table, so it just feels like a rehash of the first game. Now that we've talked about the first 2 predecessors, let's move on to what this video is actually about. That being Run 3 released on December 11th, 2013 on the Google Play Store under just the name Run. However, the browser version, which was actually named Run 3, was released on June 5th, 2014 on the website Congregate. This is a real theme. Just a theme. Every game is some Congregate. So anyways, Run 3 is the best in the series because of its abundance of characters. Holy shit, there is so many characters in this game.
are so many characters in Wormhole.
We have Runner, who is just Runner from the first 2 games. Skater makes another appearance in this game. Plays the same. We have Lizard, who is a slow character with a high jump height. Bunny, who is the fastest character in the game, who also jumps very high, but they are not able to stop jumping, which obviously seems to pose a big problem to this game because this whole game is about precision. If you aren't able to be precise with your jump, yeah, you're fucking up a lot. You have the child, not to be confused with the kid from I Want to Be the Guy. We have the child who is very slow, but they can glide because they have this balloon. But he weighs so low that he's able to not even be able to knock out crumbling tiles. The gentleman who falls very slowly, but he can magnetize himself to nearby power cells. The currency in this game used to buy characters and other things in the shop. Duplicator is not just a character, but many of them. As the name implies, he duplicates himself. And those duplicates can be used as platforms for respawns. Pastafarian is a character that can cross the void with a bridge of light, but make sure to stay near the platforms or you will die. We have the Student, who is a character with exceptionally low stats across the board. However, she can flip gravity. And now we have the last character, Angel, a character with slightly less exceptionally low stats across the board. However, they can dash midair and glide safely to the ground afterwards. Run 3 also added a lot more tiles to the game. Those being the crumbling tiles, which obviously are self-explanatory. If you step on it, it'll fucking fall. Ice, the cold tile, basically, it makes you slide. The box tile is 3D. Wow, it's a box, but it's also 3D. Holy shit. You can change gravity on its sides. The glow tile, a tile that is lighter than the standard tile, it also shines in the dark. Now, those weren't the only tile types that were added. We also got conveyor tiles. We have the fast conveyor tile that makes you faster, the slow conveyor tile that slows you down, the right conveyor tile that makes you go faster to the right, and the left conveyor tile that makes you go quickly to the left. I forgot to mention that the right one rotates the level anti-clockwise by 18 degrees, and the left one rotates the level clockwise by 18. Overall, Run 3 is the biggest game in the franchise, as it has, I think, 46 levels. Each of those levels being divided into paths, which are considered tunnels. Tunnels are basically paths you explore while playing the game. You access them by just playing the game, you know. But some, I think, you have to actually go out of your way to find them, which is pretty cool. This game emphasizes exploration. I mean, fucking mode is called Explore mode, so the fuck do you expect? I also forgot to mention there is another mode in this game. Infinite mode. Basically, your average endless runner. You run forward, and you collect power cells that can be used to buy things in the shop. And things in the shop are characters. And you can buy those characters with the power cells. You can also pay power cells to buy respawns, so you can respawn for free as a different character in the infinite mode, but normally you'd only have to pay 10, and every time you die you have to pay even more. So it's like a mobile game. However, I forgot to mention, Run 3 has 2 separate versions. Run 3 has there's 2 versions. There's the Flash version and the HTML5 version. The Flash version has all of the content you'd expect. Everything there intact. However, the HTML5 version is the one that is hosted on Cool Math Games, and that one is missing a significant amount of content, including the Angel Path. You see, in the Flash version, I think there was a way to unlock the Angel for free, and you had to beat the Angel Path. However, in Cool Math Games version, there is no Angel Path since this is the HTML5 version, and since Flash is dead, we can no longer play the Flash version on Cool Math Games. So we're stuck playing the HTML5 version. And get this, there's no angel path. So what does this mean? Well, that means you're gonna have to shell out power cells. So that means you're gonna have to do grinding. You're gonna have to grind to unlock the angel compared to the Flash version where you could just get them for free. There's also a lot more content missing in the HTML5 version compared to the Adobe Flash version, but I feel like I'm not sure how much. All I know is that there's some missing. So now that we've talked about all three games, let's talk about Run 3's impact on the Flash game community has been mostly very positive. People remember this game fondly. I've seen people talk about this game a lot in videos about Cool Math games or just Flash games in general. They mentioned how this game was very fun. It was a highlight of their childhood, which is really nice to see because I also grew up playing this game with Cool Math games. I played a ton of Flash games, Fancy Pants, Henry Stickmin, you know, I played the classics. And this is one of those classics, still up there in my list. This game has left a positive impact on the Flash game community and Cool Math as a whole, as it's still cemented as one of the best Flash games of all time. Now that we've talked about its impact, let's talk about Run 3 has a very active speedrun community. As if you go on the website speedrun.com, a website where you can submit your speedruns, there are plenty. There are speedruns for any percent, main tunnel, new game plus, and the all levels from the original release. I'm guessing that's the Flash version. The game has a very active speedrun community with speedrunners like Easy Speezy speedrunning this game. You may not know Easy Speezy, but he speedruns games. I suggest checking out his content if you're interested in that type of stuff. Overall, the speedrunning community for this game is quite large, but it's not as big as other Flash games. Player 03 is still fairly active on the internet nowadays, especially on Congregate, as he still plays games on there. He has a YouTube channel, but he doesn't upload there much, but I will link it in the description if you care to check it out, I guess. Player 03 is a very influential figure in the Flash industry, along with others as well. It's a shame we may never get Run 4, as I think Player 03 is done with the Run franchise. I think Run 3 is the last game in the series, which is very unfortunate, because I was really hoping that we could get something to improve on what Run 3 brought to the table, and improve on that in Run 4. Bring new things to the table, that would be cool. But unfortunately, that may never happen. Thank you, Player 03, for this wonderful franchise. Run 3 is one of the most iconic Flash games of its time. It has stood the test of time, clearly, as it's still one of the top 10 games on CoolMathGames.com. I cannot even recount how many times I've gone on Cool Math Games to see this game in the top 10 every single day. It's insane. And this has cemented itself as the game you will see literally any kid at school playing, because this is known as that game that everyone at school plays. I can't even count how many times I've seen kids playing this game on Cool Math Games on the school Chromebooks or computers. It's insane. I'm one of those kids, bro. I'd be playing Run 3 on Cool Math Games instead of doing my work. But I do eventually get it done. So yeah, to answer the question proposed at the start of the video, does Run 3 still hold up in 2025? Yes, the fuck it does. This game has cemented itself as a classic in the Flash Museum. The Flash Game Museum. This game deserves to be in the Hall of Fame of Flash games. This game has made a positive impact on the Flash game community. Very good speedrunning community. Very fun game. Tons of content, Run 3 being the biggest in the franchise, with so many characters, so many levels, tunnels, achievements, characters, etc. I think I already said that, but anyways, yeah. This has been Addison47, and I'll see you guys in the next video.